Well, good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's been absolutely ages since I did a video last, but it's about time. We got stuck into a new project and we have picked something truly gigantic to crack on with over the next couple of months. We are going to be converting that beast. It's a 2011 VW Crafter. Now, we spent quite a bit of time looking around at vans, and it is very hard to find something that comes in within the right price category at the moment because vans are going through the roof. Camper vans in the last 2 months have gone up by around about 25% in value. Everyone wants to get away, everyone wants to do staycation holidays, and for me this is one of the reasons I've decided to go for a van like this. I think it's going to be a great investment as long as I spend my money correctly and we make the right decisions going through this build. One thing that I do with all my trucks before I buy them is I go on my vehicle app, which allows me to see the MOT history, its mileage history as well, and make sure there's no glitches in there and there's nothing too dodgy about the vehicles that we're looking at. Other work that's been carried out on this in the last few months is it has had a partial respray, and I also checked out the amount of owners this van had had. 3 are listed on the logbook, however that was a business that included the father and son, so this has pretty much been owned by one family since it was purchased in 2011. Other things that are really good about this truck is that it's had a facelift on the front end, so it looks a lot more modern, and generally it's just been well cared for. Now, there's a whole range of vans that you can go for as a base model when you're deciding to do your own conversion. Why did I pick a VW Crafter? Why did I pick a high top long wheelbase? Firstly, it's the amount of room it offers. We're hoping to put in a shower and a toilet in here as well as a double bed that will be fixed. So this gives us the room to kind of play with and figure out a configuration that's going to fit all of that into it for us. Now, with a VW, there's always a badge tax. You are going to pay more for a Volkswagen over any other sort of van of this size, unless it's a Mercedes Sprinter, which is pretty much the same shell and chassis. It's one of the downsides to a van like the Crafter is it's 5'9" wide. So for someone like me at 5'11", we're not going to be able to put that van in widthways like I would have preferred. You can get pods. They're called van flares, so they'll go on the side of the van and they'll give us a 4 to 5 inch extension sideways. However, you are going to be paying a premium for a bit of fiberglass, as much as £600, and believe it or not, that is the low end on getting flares. They can go up to about £2,000 if you're in America. The great thing about Crafters and Sprinters, which are essentially the same van, is there is a huge aftermarket community, aftermarket parts that you can buy, so there are loads of things that are readily available that we're going to be able to throw into this van. We've already ordered around about £7,000 worth of stuff to go into this van. Things like external windows on the backs, on the side. We've ordered the shower, the toilet, the cooker, the fridge. Everything that you could possibly want to live off-grid is going to be going into this build. We also have plans to run a full electric system that will include an inverter, a solar system, leisure batteries, and 240 volt or 230 volt to actually be more precise. So that will allow us to run main household appliances if we need to, but we'll have that 12 volt system that will be running probably 80% of this build's electrics. Let's jump in the space very quickly and I'll give you a quick imaginary walk around of what I've already built in my head and plan on putting into this van. Right guys, we'll start from the back. In the interior of this van, we're going to have a garage that is at the bottom of the barn doors here, with a fixed bed above it running through this section here. I'm going to walk through my imaginary bed now, and here we will have full length shower with a toilet inside it. On the left hand side, which will start about here and run across, we'll have our kitchen, which will include an 85 litre fridge, sink, hob, and also drinking water on a separate system. On this side, we are going to have the bulkhead taken out. We're going to have a swivel double and single seat, so that will be incorporated into the living area. And then along this back area just here, we're going to put a bench seat which will house our Truma combi boiler that will do our hot water and our heating. Whilst I'm up this end, just to give you a better idea, so that bed will go across the back there, and underneath we'll be able to put in either a motorbike or a couple of pedal bikes. It will also hold all of our electrics, including the inverters and all the management system that we need to put in there as well. I do hope to put in overhead lockers, probably just down one side. We will see about doing both sides. I'm sure the van will change as we crack on with the build, but yeah, that is kind of the layout that we're going to be going for. There's absolutely loads and loads of space underneath this van. One thing I didn't realise when I purchased it is it's actually rear wheel drive. So you have got that drive shaft running down the centre, but we are going to be putting in a full LPG system under there, as well as underslinging both our grey water tank for wastewater and our freshwater tank as well. The freshwater tank we're going to be putting in is 70 to 75 litres, and the grey water will be 45 litres. Anyway, I will leave you alone. Thanks for sticking with me this long, and I will catch you next time when we start to tackle some of the first jobs, which include some body prep, removing that bulkhead and getting the entire interior of the van prepped so we can start the build. See you later, guys. Bye.